Hello VC, vinyl community, people that just like to listen to music, records, CDs, tapes, I don't care, digital. Dare I say digital? Anyway, it's been a long time since I've made a video, but I've been doing my homework. I've been watching other people's videos. So you can see I'm standing up, right? Taking some direction and ideas from, and I got my hat on, got my Beatles shirt on for all the Beatles people out there, got my coffee for all the coffee people. This is the Nespresso India at the Nespresso machine. I drink it as an Americano, an Indian Americano. 2 capsules, boiling water, black. You only need 1. So yeah, like I did an entry, you've probably seen it up for Steve Carlston's 1,000 subs. I had to make one of those, man. That guy would have killed me if I hadn't made one of those. And I got to do some vinyl updates. I got some new vinyl. I got some digging vinyl. I got a whole stack of great jazz. I mean, I got to make a couple of videos. I'm not even going to get through the vinyl. Actually, half of it I just filed away because it's been sitting on my floor for 3 months. Because that's, I think, the last time I made a video. 3 months ago. Yeah, so, yeah, busy summer. I was working, so I travel for my work quite a bit. I consult. And I wrecked my knee. I'm an avid runner, and in February I blew out my knee. So I was trying to get through that, and then I turned to cycling, which I used to do years ago. I used to race triathlons and whatnot, but I really got back into cycling this summer. And for those of you that cycle, it takes a lot of time. It's Sunday morning, 3-4 hour cycle, so you'd have no time for videos, no time for music. It's terrible. Anyway. The rain's here, and sorry, my phone was picking up that Wi-Fi buzz thing. Anyway, the rain's here, so I got more time, and yeah, but all is good. It's been good. I'm buying a ton of vinyl, watching a ton of your videos. I try to comment. I don't always comment. I usually fall asleep with the phone plastered to my face, and my wife comes and lifts it off and tucks me in and gives me a kiss on the cheek and turns the light off when I'm in bed. And that's how I go to bed. I go to bed at nighttime with the vinyl community, right? Anyway, cheers. Thank you, by the way, to the people that did comment or send me a message asking me if everything was okay. And I really appreciate that. It's beyond very nice. Anyway, this is a bit of a room shot. I've got, you can't see it all. I'm going to do a room tour when I get this side organized. This is my desk, and it's a mess. But this I kind of cleaned up a bit. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2 cubes here. And I have these on casters, and this is where I keep the equipment. And then over here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this way, and then my box sets across the top. And then I have my cassettes right here. I was a cassette kid. You know, I had vinyl, and then I really got into cassettes. Because vinyl was hard to move, right? I moved around a lot when I was a young man. And the vinyl I had, I kept it at my parents'. And I finally did reacquire that. But I was a cassette guy. And I do like cassettes. It's a nostalgic thing for me. I know it's not the best sound. I also, in my garage, when I'm working on my bicycles, I have a cassette player in there and a couple of bookshelf speakers. So, you know, I crank the noise up in the garage and get the grease and the wrenches going, and that kind of works for me too. So anyway, that's with the cassettes. And I do buy cassettes and update them. I actually showed quite a few in Steve's video because I wanted to just do something different. Anyway, new vinyl. Let's get right into this. First, right out of the bat, let me just get my lighting right here. It's going to be the best. Lou Reed, Transformer. This is a German pressing. And it's on the beautiful orange RCA Victor. Yeah, yeah, I had a repress of this, but you know, like the addicts we are, we're always waiting for the perfect copy to come out. $2.95. You know what? I'm wrong. This is a US pressing. I'm sorry. $2.95. There was something else I have in here that's German. I won't go through all these in detail because there's just too many. Very quickly, trying to up my Kate Bush collection with the first album. This has, of course, Wuthering Heights on it, and The Dreaming. This is a repress, but something I was missing. This is the Descendants. Milo Goes to College. This is Tangerine Dream. I gotta work on my lighting. Sorry, guys. Tangerine Dream. This is a Japanese pressing. I got these I actually got 2 of these at a record show with the Obi. And then to go with that, Stratosphere, Tangerine Dream. Then I have a UK pressing of Skylarking, which of course doesn't have Dear God on it. So this is a US original. And then I found this in a record store the other day. This is the extended version that came out. And when did this come out? 200-gram heavyweight vinyl. Okay, here we get into some great stuff. Okay, this is the Stooges Funhouse. I was missing this, and I was desperately trying to find it. The cover it's okay. I mean, it's not terribly bad, but it's you know, it's VG plus maybe. And that's on the gold Elektra album. Yeah, if you haven't heard, who hasn't heard of the Stooges? This, of course, was Iggy Pop's original band. Some say the founders of punk rock. And this was one of their epic albums from 1970. This is a US pressing. Now this is one I got when I was down in Nashville. I went into a record store, and this is Jake Holmes. Now Jake Holmes is the controversy on the song Dazed and Confused by Led Zeppelin, because Jake Holmes is the original singer, writer of Dazed and Confused. This is on Tower Records. And this is a folk psych. It's a very simple, it's a mono pressing that I have written on here. And he's got a little description of his songs. And under Dazed and Confused, he writes, "This song is a combination of colors, a place I understand but I cannot stay too long in. I get empty. I like it most because it makes sense by being unreasonable." Yeah, the album that is a songwriter and 3 guitars and a mirror. So yeah, there's no bass or drums on this. It's just 3 guitar players, 2 guys backing up, Jake Holmes. I don't know if he ever even did anything much after this. But this is quite a sought after record. Well, there we go. If I get in on that side. There you go. Just gonna put that down there for now. Next we have the Seeds. Of course, you all know the Seeds, the innovative garage rock band with the single Pushin' Too Hard. Just a really nice original copy of this. Got a little bit of ring wear on there, but bam! Coming at you hard. See, I'm picking up all the lingo. This is on Crescendo Records. And that is a US. That is a US pressing of the Seeds' first album. Then we have a nice original mono of the Kinks, Controversy. This is a US mono version in really nice shape. There's the original insert. And as you can see across the bottom, this is on the reprise, not the reprise as I learnt on the VC. And you'll see the mono inscription on the bottom. So Controversy has I'm Free, Until the End of the Day, probably the two big songs. But this is Kinks, early Kinks, garagey, Britpop, 60s at its best. Great album. This is there's different covers of this. Then we go into this is a very nice copy of Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. This is a Japanese pressing. This photo shoot, by the way, the front cover, this was shot in Northern Ireland. This is the Giant's Causeway, which, being from Belfast, is just up the road. And just a pristine copy of this on that nice curved. Sometimes, you know, you're flicking through a store, you open up a record, it doesn't have the obi, but you pull it out and you see that inner sleeve and you're like, it's a Japanese pressing, and they don't even know that it's a Japanese pressing. It's on Atlantic. And it has the inserts. It's pretty white, so it's not going to focus. Anyway, get the idea. How about Nick Drake? 5 Leaves Left. This is an original copy. I picked the best of what I've been collecting. These just all didn't show up in one. This has been months, and I thought if I'm going to show something, I'm going to show you the best. This is on Antilles. Love Nick Drake. All three albums are really fantastic. I used to love Pink Moon, but I've been playing this quite a bit, and this is brilliant. Badfinger, Straight Up. This is a Canadian pressing on the Apple label. The tragic band is Badfinger. Have you ever read any of the bio of these guys? This was the unluckiest 4 guys ever to enter the world of rock and roll. Let me tell you. But highly underrated. Obviously produced one of the first bands signed to Apple Records. If you like that, jangly pop rock sound. That's Badfinger. Canadian Press, I already said that. Now this is one that's hard to find. Like, I really was digging for this for a couple of years because I really wanted this album. And see if I can get it to focus again. It's kind of light. This is the Kinks. This is Powerman Lola versus the Money Go Round. Oh, come on. It's so light. Of course, this is the original album that featured the song Lola and the 8 Man. This is a Canadian original pressing. But these are hard to find. These are like... This is on Pi. These are all, even if the cover's a little PG plus on some of these, the vinyl's all perfect. And last but not least, something I've been trying to find for quite a while, the Gilded Palace of Sin, the Burrito Brothers, Graham Parsons, Chris Hillman. This is an original Canadian pressing. On A&M Records. In pretty darn good shape. Debut album when Graham Parsons and Hillman left the Byrds. And I'm not a country fan, but I can dig this. I can get into this. And this is a must-have. Anyway, everybody, there you have it. First video in months. Again, that was quite a few months of digging, and I wanted to give you the best. I'm gonna have to get back at it. I got a great roundup of jazz. I got a great roundup of new vinyl. BC, you're the best. Peace out.